Alright, here we are on our nice little 1982 Mercedes 300D. It's turbo diesel. 1982 was the first year for the turbo diesel, so it's got a little bit more pep to it than the previous 300Ds and 240Ds. This is a nice rust-free body, accident-free. It's got 186,000 original miles, which is low for a diesel, especially being an 82. It's got an older repaint on it that looks really good, but it is a repaint. And there's some little imperfections and stuff, but presents very well. It's a local Northwest car, but you'll just see like little marks. I mean, just kind of like your standard wear and tear. I mean, there's like little scratches and stuff like that. This car hasn't been all detailed out, but you can see all the lenses. I mean, this car's really in really nice shape. The lenses are really nice and deep color. All the lights work. All your trim is nice. Chrome is nice and got nice deep finishes and all hazy looking. There's no fins busted out of the grill. You still got your hood ornament. You know, the Bosch fog lights are still in good condition, no cracks. But I'll get in here and try to, show you stuff that the camera pictures in general can't. But yeah, I got a little crack in the paint right there. You know, some chips that were painted over. You know, all these black, amazingly, all these are nice and black. All the rubbers are in good shape. They're not all cracked out. All the molding along the doors is in nice shape. It's not all weather checked or anything. But along the rocker, usually, these things usually rust out real bad right here on the front and the back. I mean, you can see from this and the photos, it's in really nice shape. They usually rust out right there. I mean, there's just no rust anywhere. Well, there are only a couple spots of rust are just surface rust on the bottom of one of the doors. But you can see along here, there's some little imperfections in the paint area that was chipped and they painted over. No dents in the roof. All the glass is in good condition. This rolls up. I just didn't get it up before I stopped. Got a little chip right there, but most of the glass places will get that fixed up for free. But you look at the depth on the chrome, is still in really nice condition. It's got came with the factory aluminum wheels. They've been resprayed at one point, but the tires, they got lots of tread left. You can see a little bit imperfections there. But most of the imperfections, I mean, you can't see, from a couple feet away. You gotta get up and close. But usually they rust out really bad right there. Really nice and solid. You still got the factory undercoating visible. It's actually got a trailer package on the back, but you got some age kind of cracking in the tail lights, but they're still nice and red and clear and nice and orange. Again, here's some chips, and you kind of find this throughout the body. Some chips have been painted over. A little bubbling in the chrome. Probably backed into something and got some water underneath there. We'll go ahead and pop the trunk here for you. All nice shape. The plastics aren't all busted up. I don't know how the seal is. This car's been inside, but it does look like maybe it's been wet in here for a little bit, so maybe some new seals around the trunk will probably be beneficial. But got your original matching spare, got your jack, all that stuff still in there. Nice rust-free trunk. No rust along there. Again, this car isn't, we like to keep them nice and clean and honest and sanitary, not to, take something and just buff it out and make it look really good and then cover it in armor all and everything. We gotta just try to keep the cars in the state that they've been in, cared for by the owner, so you can tell, the care and condition that they've been cared for. So I'll go back to the front here. It's a little bit of, it's not rust, but it's just some defects in the paint. Maybe where some condensation got underneath. A couple little chips along there that have been painted over. I try to be picky on this to try to give you guys the best example of what you guys are going to be getting. I don't want to overlook everything, but if there's something you think I did, just definitely let me know. Hopefully you guys can stick around for the video of us driving. We did a cold start video of it too. But again, the rockers are in really nice shape. I mean, you can see, we haven't detailed up. There's a little bit of moss in that lip there. A little chip here. Interior's in really nice condition. But in the paint, there's some more chips here. That's going to be throughout the body. That some chips, these super small chips. That's about the size of them that have been painted over. But usually with this age of car, this all starts coming undone. On all the doors, it's still nice condition, still intact. Door hinges shut like new. Only real spot of rust is this only this driver bottom door, where this just kind of, you know, probably rusted or wore off the paint and then condensation got in there, but it's nice and solid. Rockers are really nice. Little surface rust there. Got the original VIN plate. Interior's in really nice condition. Dash is basically perfect except for one little screw over there I'll show you. These are a little bit loose, you know, just from time, you know, but you could get an aftermarket set or find a clean used ones, but they do the job. Seats in really good shape, just a little wore right here from all the butt wear. And it's got 186, 653 on it. It's got an aftermarket CD player. Again, the back doors in the same, you know, you can see the materials all in real nice condition. This window does not roll down. It's the third Mercedes in a row that either the sunroof doesn't open all the way and the driver's side rear window doesn't roll down. So probably needs a power window motor in there. Back seat's pretty much as close to perfect as you can get. There's some dirt on there, that's really it, but the back here is still nice and tight. Carpet looks really good. Back here you got your original first aid kit that's never been used. But this is a little loose. It's got aftermarket CD player and speakers. There's the first aid kit. A bunch of paperwork that comes with it. Always cool to still see that intact. This here folds down perfect. Nice condition. So go ahead and take you around to the passenger side. You know, the condition, you know, the interior is in really nice shape and continues through all the doors. Those shut nice and smooth. In the back of the seats are in really nice shape. You know, seat belts are still nice and tight and retract, which is hard to find after 32 years. I mean, you can hear all those doors shut. I mean, it's just like a vault. I mean, it's like new. And again, here, this is what I was talking about, still nice and tight. I mean, usually that old glue gets, you know, delaminated and starts pulling off. Oh, and the driver's side is loose on this here, I'll show you, but the passenger side is nice and tight. Armrest has got really minimal wear. Got a little mark in the seat there. Carpets are really nice shape over here. Got all your original manuals. And that's the fuse box cover that's in there. But this is a kind of a common deal. There's the clear coat came off the wood trim. There's the CD player. And this still goes up nice. And then it locks in place. Push the button and down she comes. A lot of times those are busted out, and a lot of times you get this little carpet area that's missing. But any of you guys who are looking at these, you know, 240Ds, 300Ds, I mean, you kind of know the typical stuff that goes rusty on them or gets neglected or abused. But, so this is what I was talking about. Just needs a new grommet to pop in there and you're good to go. Under the hood's the same way. It's nice and clean, you know, for a driver, and you could tell, you know, how it's been cared for. You always want to be careful. You got to pull on that. Kind of tough to do while holding the camera, but you can see in here it's nice and clean, and you can tell how this thing's been cared for. But it's not squeaky clean to where you're thinking, what just happened to this thing? You know, this is like how I like to buy my vehicles, so this is the same way I sell them. Some people, everybody's a little different, but you can see no accidents here. Really nice shape. Now the fuse box cover is off because the blower motor was working when just a little while ago, but all of a sudden isn't. And as you can see here, it looks like it's melted a little bit, so that's probably why it's not working. You can see right there, it should look like all the other ones, I believe. I'm not an expert, but we'll put the cover back on there, but we just wanted to have that off there so we could show you. And we'll go ahead and fire it up for you, I guess. And so we'll get the key out. All these Mercedes make a super annoying noise when you first turn the ignition on. So you want, that's basically the glow plugs. As soon as it goes out, you're ready to fire. Boom. And this car fires up the same way every time, whether it's been sitting for 2 weeks, you know, one day, you know, it got down to 9 degrees. a little while ago. So you can see no lights are on. You can see she's running smooth. So I'll take you out here. And it just sounds like that little, that sweet little 300D sound. And the turbo diesel, actually, this thing gets up and moves pretty good. You know, it's pretty cold out right now. There's no smoke, nothing coming out. So, all right, everybody, this is our little 300D turbo diesel. It's going to be going at no reserve.